Good morning.
It's Arya, right?
Yeah,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you too.
And tell me a little bit about yourself. So, how long have you been playing the piano?
I've been playing piano for like 10 years.
Oh, it's already a long time. And how old are
Yeah.
you?
I'm 14 right now.
Okay. And do you have plans to continue piano at past high school, or have you thought that far yet, or?
Yeah, I will still be continuing, playing piano in high school and maybe, continue this in college.
Oh, great. Good. Okay, so you're going to play Rachmaninov Prelude, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the G minor one. I'm just gonna. Okay, so just go right ahead whenever you're ready. Great. Okay. So it's very exciting, and you certainly have captured that, the electricity and the rhythm and the excitement of the rhythm, and that's all there. That's wonderful. So what are some other elements, like what are some other ideas in the music, something that Rachmaninoff did in this piece that make it exciting? What are, besides...
Sorry for interrupting you. What were you saying?
No. Oh, no. I just said besides the rhythm, what are some other things that you connect to that help the mood or the excitement?
Well, I feel like there's a lot of chords in this music, and I think that really makes the piece like more exciting. And then there's there's some forte parts you have to do in this piece, and then soft.
So the last thing you said, then the dynamic contrast, right?
Yeah,
So dynamic contrast is definitely a big part in projecting the mood of the piece, right?
yeah.
Okay. So at the beginning, um, what does he say dynamically?
Oh, so it says soft, so play softly.
Right. And then what else does he write in the beginning besides the notes and besides the dynamic? What else do we have?
I see a lot of accents, right?
Right. So there's there are dots on the melody, right? So we have, do you have staccatos?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Right?
Yeah.
So can you play me just the melody? Just the melody, either just in one hand or the two hands together, but no rhythm, just the melody.
Okay. So should I play it staccato or?
Just play it like you would normally hear it, how you think it should go, but don't play the 16th rhythm, just the melody. So that's right, you're almost there. But this is that melody?
Um,
That's what I wonder.
okay. So do you want me to play a little bit more slower?
No, you can play any speed you like, but I'm just asking you, do you hear this as the melody? These three notes, do you hear those as part of the melody?
No, I don't.
Okay, so that's what I want to try and separate the feeling and the sound of your melody notes and then the other notes, right? So for now, just for practice, let's do just the melody. Just the melody. That's right. Yes, that's right. That's what I mean. Now let's work on the character of that melody. Let's make that melody sound exactly the way you want it to sound. With the dynamic, with the staccato, with whatever tempo you like. Let's make it sound really, really good. Just that.
Okay.
Remember, don't add these notes, right? Don't add those because they're not the melody.
Okay. Is that okay?
Yes, the thing that I want you to realize is 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and ba-ba-bum, dee-dee-dee-dum. I'd like to hear the melody in the right rhythm without the da-da-dum. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So don't play the melody, right? Just the other notes.
No, the melody is this. That is the melody, right?
Yeah, the other chords. So I
The
should
other
play.
chords don't eliminate them. Don't play them. Just the melody notes. Right. Now, do you play those with two hands, don't you? Don't you play those with the right hand?
Measure number one. Wait, which?
Measure two. Measure two
the A, B flat D,
Mm-hmm.
I play it with my left hand.
Oh, you should play it with the right hand.
Okay.
So if you watch, can you see my hands? I can put my camera a little bit closer so that it's a little bit easier for you to see. Can you see my?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it really slowly just so you can see. These notes, aren't they not written in the right hand part of the staff for you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right. So that's what we have to kind of follow. And playing them with two hands gives it a different sound and a different feeling. So both hands play these, and then both hands those, right? And both hands, and two hands. So what I'm trying to say is that the way it's written, it actually works really well if you divide it with two hands. Do you mind trying it? You could do it super slow.
Yeah. Should I start from measure number 2, right?
You could start from measure number 1 if you like.
Okay.
Good. Okay. So now I'm going to ask you about the sound of these chords. Right? In a march, we have 4 beats, right? And this is like in the style of a march. Okay. Are all the beats equal? Or are there some beats that are more important than others?
I think there are some, more notes that are important than others.
Right. And out of beats 1, 2, 3, and 4, which beat would you say is usually the strongest?
The fourth one?
Or the first one, I think, usually is the strongest, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? If you can imagine marching, right? We have to start with a nice strong beginning. Okay, so out of those 4 beats, which ones do you think are the weaker beats?
2 and 3.
Exactly. So the reason I'm asking you all these questions, I like to ask questions anyway, so I'm a talker. But I also wanted you to see that this is beat 1, and then the end of these notes is beat 2. So if we play it like this, we're making beat 2 the strongest, right?
Yeah.
What we should do is the opposite. Yeah. See? Rachmaninov puts dots and accents and slurs on every other note except for these. Right? Because they kind of have to feel clear, but in the background. Okay? See if you can make the difference in sound between those two things, the melody notes and the notes that are just the rhythm, very, very softly. You can play hands together and see if you can follow the way which hand plays what. Not playing all these with the left hand, but with 2 hands. Okay, so now you're doing what you should naturally do. Drop on the first beat and lift your wrist here. Down, up, right? That's what we would normally do. Down motion on beat 1, up motion on beat 2. But Here's the thing. Rachmaninov told us not to. He told us to do the opposite. That's why he wrote a dot. So he wants you to do this. Start with up, down, up, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. See?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Right? So that the up has energy, and then on your way down, you catch these notes very lightly. Up, down, up, down. But if you do the opposite, down, up, you get the opposite sound. You see that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, you try. And for now, can you take the pedal out completely, so don't use any pedal yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. The first one was perfect. It was perfect. And then you went back to doing the opposite, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. See if you can do it just a bit slower so you can focus on the motions up, down. Oh, that's it down. That one was down. Up, up, down, up, down. Right?
Oh, okay. So,
Right.
so
Yeah. Sorry. It's kind of hard on Zoom to. Usually I would be talking as you're playing, but I was trying to help you. That's correct. Try it again.
okay.
Good. Now, without putting the pedal down, can we play softly? Because it says soft with no crescendo. So, okay. Remember, we could play louder later. Good. Is that as soft as you can play?
I can play a little bit more softly.
Yeah, and if you want, you can also start with the left pedal down. Do you use the left pedal?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay. I would do it at the beginning because it creates a nice mysterious sound at the beginning.
Okay.
Good. Now, can you play it faster? Still no pedal. Okay? You can play faster now, but don't play louder and don't use pedal. Good. Do you hear these notes? They're still coming out kind of like a melody. They're not different enough. Do you
Yeah.
hear that? Yeah. So that's what we're really working for, is to hear these. Those are like the evil, mysterious, dark notes, right? That create the mood. So remember, those are not melody notes. Those are mood creators. Those make us feel the mood, the tension, right?
Yeah.
So we must play them quite soft, but still very lively. The tempo will take care of that. Now, why do you think I told you no pedal?
Well, I think like when you know, press the pedal when you play, it, you know, the sound is more louder, right? So I think that's why just to control so I don't play too loud.
Right, and then that's a good perception. But what does the pedal actually do on the instrument? Like, can you describe what the putting the damper pedal down actually does?
Well, you know, like usually, you know, in piece, there's a lot of dynamics. So like, for example, the first measure, right? So it's soft. So if I press the pedal, then it'll cover up. So
Right, what it does is that actually makes the note vibrate, right? It makes the string keep ringing. And then when we lift the pedal, the string stops ringing or vibrating, right? So there are a lot of times where we want the string to vibrate, for sure, right? we want that note to hold, or we want it to last longer, or we want a special dynamic like here. Right? We want it to ring, so we hold the bottom note with the pedal. But at the beginning, we don't want that. We just want yum. We just want the quiet, quiet march, starting from very far away, coming closer and closer and closer, right? That's the feeling. So let's see how long we can keep that feeling. Let's play now maybe the first page, and then we'll stop. And then let's see how long you can keep it soft and keep us in suspense. And try only using the pedal like when you really need it. You probably don't need it for, most of the notes. Only on the little bit longer notes, like maybe here. Touch the pedal, off, touch, 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 and then note pedal, touch. See, I'm touching on the longer bass notes. That's all, right? Yeah. Right, so there, just those. Pedal off, pedal off, pedal off, pedal off. There I would use it. Yeah. But the beginning sounds better without pedal.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, I think I know where you're placing it.
Right, yeah, okay. Try once more. Okay, now we're getting some. That's good. That's a lot better. The sound is more clear, and I think you have better control of your rhythm now, right? And I have more of a sense of, oh, okay, here's the melody. I get it, right? Yeah, so that's a good thing. Now, little places like this, do you have a slur in the right hand?
In which measure?
Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In measure 8, beat 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that measure, I would do no pedal, pedal release, and then very sharp. And then do you have an accent here?
Yes, I do.
Sting it like a bee sting. Right? And then right away, staccato and no pedal. Right? So, yeah, try that. To really sting it. Do it slowly like that. Yeah. So, yeah, what I want to show you is when you want to play softer and staccato, right? You can also use your fingertips. Right now, you're using quite a bit of your, like this, see? You're using your forearm from your elbow here, and that does make a staccato sound. But if you can use, I'll put see my finger, there's a close-up. If you can use this part of your finger to pluck or to pull, the note towards you, like almost like you're closing your hand, right? So the way I do it on the chords is to have more energy, a quick finger like that, see? So I'm really using my fingertips too, and that puts more energy in my staccatos. Do you see?
Yeah, I do.
So you can go as slow as you like, but just get that feeling. Even if you just do one chord, just get that feeling of energy in your release. Good, that's right. So now we're getting a little bit more of these differences in touch, which is very important. Okay? All right, now I want to work on, let's jump forward a little bit and let's work on the middle section. Okay?
Okay.
So you see where it is un poco meno mozo? Page 3. Right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so let's hear. I would like to actually have you play once more the middle section. Can you do that? And then stop where this comes back. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the type of sound we need for the right hand chords, right? Well, how would you describe the type of sound? The type of sound we need.
Well, isn't it rubato? So like go faster and then like slower.
Right. So, okay, let's talk about rubato for that. What does rubato actually mean?
Well, that means like you go faster and then you go slower in some parts.
Well, that would be, yeah, that's kind of what happens sometimes, right? But rubato actually comes from the Italian word in the Italian language to rob, to steal. What are we stealing?
Um,
We're stealing time, right? We're stealing time. We're time stealers, right? So rubato is used to stretch a beat, right? And then therefore one other beat near it is going to be shortened because we stretched one of them, right? So if
yeah.
rubato, it's an easy way to think about it. No rubato is like 4 quarters, 25 cents. Hold them in your hand. They all look the same. So 4 beats exactly the same. When we use rubato in our hand, instead of 4 quarters, we have a penny, a quarter, a dime, and a nickel. So that they're all different sizes, right?
Yeah.
Okay? But that's still all money. They're still all coins. They're still all beats. So when we stretch, we have to make sure we don't stretch too much or then rush too much afterwards. So that's a careful thing. We just have to know what our counting is. But I'm talking more about the sound, like what is the sound quality when we think of this right hand? Not the timing, but the actual sound quality. What do you think?
Well, in this middle part, so it's soft, right? So you have to play softly.
Right? Isn't it also smooth and singing?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so how can we make these more smooth? How can we make it smoother? Kind of hard to connect those chords, right? Unless we have 12 fingers, it's hard.
Yeah, maybe a little bit pedal, maybe.
Pedal does help. What other things can we use to make it smooth and make ourselves feel connected to the chords?
Like connecting them together, so maybe like holding or like a little bit of legato.
Can you show me what that would look like, what that feels like? Can you show me? Just the
Yeah.
right hand chords by themselves. Make them
Uh,
as smooth as you can.
yeah, with the right hand or the left hand?
The right hand. Okay. Do they feel smooth to you?
Kind of.
Kind of, right? So they could be smoother.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we have to realize is legato, right, is not just the smooth sound, it's a smooth feeling. It's a connected feeling. It means I have to attach these things together by using my body. Now, of course, my ear is part of my body. I can listen to how the chords are connected. My foot is part of my body. I can pedal so that the chords sound more connected. But what about the chords feeling more connected? What would I have to use for that?
Um,
To actually really feel the chords connected.
well, going like the dynamics like soft and like maybe like a little bit of crescendo.
Well, actually, I'm going to show you. It's actually your arm, okay? Your arm weight and the way you use your arm can help make the sound more connected, okay? So we're going to do a little exercise. So I'm going to show you very slowly just the very first measure there, right hand only. And I'm going to play it like this. I will still use pedal, but I hold the chord, then I hold the middle notes down, and then I restrike all four. Hold the middle notes down, restrike all four. Hold the middle notes down, play the next chord. Just do that for me first. Okay, now do the opposite. Hold the octave down and play the middle notes detached, and then keep holding the octave. Let go of the middle notes. Let go of the middle notes. You see what I'm doing? So I hold my pinky and my thumb down and I let go of the middle notes. Right. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make you aware that your hand weight goes into each chord and that while your fingers are down, your wrist can relax, but your fingers are down in the key. And then with one motion, pick your arm up and put it into the next note. One motion, pick your arm up, put it into the next note. But don't pick your fingers up from the key. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. So basically, lift your wrist up, right?
Right,
Yeah.
but don't leave the key. Don't leave the keyboard. Don't lose connection with the keyboard. Okay, so stay in the key. That's the idea. Good. So let me ask you the next question. See, I told you I like lots of questions. I hope you don't mind. When you raise your wrist, okay? When are you raising it? As you play the chord or as you are about to move to the next one? Can you identify that?
Yeah. I move my wrist like when I have to go play the next chord.
Do you? Are you sure? Play it once more and pay attention. Now you're doing it. You actually, I don't know that you notice because a lot of times we do things and we don't notice it. Before, as soon as you played the chord, you were lifting your wrist right as your fingers went down. What that does, it takes your entire weight of your arm and puts it where? Out of the piano.
Yeah, on the keys, yeah.
Yeah, but we don't want that. We want the opposite. We want the weight to go in the bottom of the key and stay there. And then when we're ready, pick up and drop. Pick up and drop. See, we use natural weight to play more legato. Try that. Stay, drop into the key. Right. So that when you play, you feel this. So that everything is connected. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay. Now put the soft pedal down, put the other pedal down, add the left hand, and let's see that beautiful legato, the connection in the chords, okay? Good. Okay. All right, do you understand?
Yes, I do.
So I wanted to give you those options today, those two ways to make differences in the dynamics, not just by playing louder or softer, but by using different touches and different amounts of pedal and different physical gestures, you see?
Yeah.
And that'll really help bring even more variety to your playing. That will really give you even more color and more variety of sound. Okay? Good. Well, it was a pleasure to hear you today.
Thank you.
And good luck to you.